Hi, if there's one question I've been asked over the years, it's this. Drew, if you were a Sony PlayStation Portable, what would you be bundled with? Well, I've got great news coming in fresh from the BellhopDrew labs. Not only have we done the math, but we've also done the science. I can conclusively say that if I were a Sony PSP, I would be bundled with Deedles. I just recently bought my first ever PlayStation Vita, and wow, what an excellent system this is. If you ignore the near total lack of first-party support after the system's first year and a half or so, you could consider it one of the best dedicated portable gaming systems out there. Yeah, if you ignore the fact that he's a corpse, my Uncle Joey is one of the best living people. In fact, my experiences with my new PS Vita have gotten me missing the olden times of 21st century portable gaming. While, sure, it's super cool to have something like a Steam Deck, a Switch 2, I sometimes still find myself pining for the days of the 7th and 8th generations of gaming, and the portable consoles that came with those generations. While it's cool to have a total console experience thanks to something like a Steam Deck, there was just an undeniable charm to having a dedicated portable that was still a little ways behind the graphical capabilities observed on the home consoles at the time. Like, during the GameCube and Wii eras, the Nintendo DS had graphics comparable to an N64. During the PS3 era, the graphics of the PSP were comparable to those of a PS2. Is it weird of me to say that I kinda miss when portable gaming had this little bit of clunkiness to it? Oh, not to mention the gimmicks as well. Companies making portables in these generations stuffed as many gimmicks as possible into these portables, knowing that they could never attempt to do these things on a home console that's bound to a TV screen. Like, oh my gosh, look at a PlayStation Vita for just 5 seconds and you'll see like 9 different gimmicks. Dual analog nubs, capacitive touchscreen on the front, capacitive touchscreen on the back, rear camera, front camera, OLED display, proprietary memory format, proprietary charging cord, tiny little cartridges that tiny little cartridges that somehow fit entire games. My personal favorite thing about this period of time for portable systems was that it was this pre-smartphone era where they were trying to make portable gaming systems be the all-in-one media/entertainment devices as opposed to phones. The Game Boy Advance got GBA video, the DSi had camera and music player apps.
That bird that I hate.
But the king here? Oh my gosh, the PSP! It plays games, it plays music, you can load your pictures onto it, you can connect it to your PlayStation 3 system, you can attach a camera, you can watch movies, you can watch TV shows, browse the internet, read digital comics, download digital games, turn the thing into an FM radio, turn the thing into a GPS? Like, gosh, how many features do I have? That's like 1. And it was clear that Sony really wanted everybody to use these features because they made a metric ton of bundles for this system. And I'm not just talking about bundles that give you a system with a popular game thrown in. There's a whole line of PSP bundles that give you not only the system with a game, but also with a movie thrown in. Or TV show. You get it. Sony referred to all of these bundles as entertainment packs. You've heard of dinner in a movie, now you have PSP in a movie. What a time to be alive. But, just you wait, some of these bundles are really goofy. This whole video all came into being when I was looking at PSP variants online and found the goofiest bundles of all time, all of which were clearly trying to emphasize the media capabilities of the system in terms of both playing video games and watching shows or movies. Something that's very interesting to me due to the pre-cell phone era in which the PSP came into being. It's always been kind of sad to me that cell phones came along and ended up phasing all this stuff out, but I digress. Please, take a seat, brew a drink, brew some popcorn, brew a seat, and let me regale you on the exploits of these insanely silly PSP bundles from the mid to late 2000s. Everybody thinks just 2 things when they think Sony in the early 2000s. You got Kratos you got Michael Cera. Our first bundle is the one that made me start this entire video. I could not believe it even existed. You got a sharp-looking PSP system in red with a unique Kratos-themed backplate, a copy of God of War Chains of Olympus, and a copy of Superbad on UMD Video. What? In the entire time I have spent on this earth, I have never once thought there would be any official medium in which both Kratos and Michael Cera appear together in any kind of official means, but here they are! What was the research done to ultimately come upon this bundle decision? If you're gonna bundle a funny movie with something, at least put it with, like, a funny game. Not a game about a man driven to mindless vengeance after the accidental slaughter of his own wife and daughter. Like, I don't know, bundle, Daxter with Family Guy or something. Well, damn! Here we've got a plain white PSP system with the game Daxter, and Family Guy, the freaking sweet collection on UMD Video, as well as a 1GB Memory Stick Pro Duo. I was actually very surprised to see that not all of these bundles come with a memory stick, and even the ones that do have differing storage sizes on them. Really weird. Like, that goofy God of War / Superbad bundle? No memory stick. You're gonna take Jared Fogle and you're gonna like him. As for the quality of this bundle, I mean, it seems nice. I've never played a Jak and Daxter game and have barely watched any Family Guy, but I don't know. Daxter and Stewie seem like they would get along. Or maybe Daxter was the one driving that car. I do have the Jak and Daxter collection installed on my Vita though, by the way. I'll play it one day, I swear. I'm just gonna assume those games are good. This is usually the part where an angry mob comes to tear me apart for never having played a Jak and Daxter game, but looks like there's no one left in the Jak and Daxter fandom. Let's close out the God of War side of things with just one more bundle. One that came out a little bit later than the first one. You got a black and red PSP 3000 system, copies of both God of War Chains of Olympus and God of War Ghost of Sparta, a UMD Video copy of the movie Kick-Ass, and finally a 2GB Memory Stick Pro Duo. Again, I just don't think this movie is the best fit for God of War. Like, look, I hate Zack Snyder just as much as the next guy, but couldn't you have put a copy of 300 in here or something? Also, yes, I noted that this is a PSP 3000 system. Quick hardware lesson here. In America, the PSP had 4 major revisions. The PSP 1000, PSP 2000, PSP 3000, and the PSP Go, which doesn't matter. The original fat PSP 1000 doesn't have many bundles to speak of at all. There are a few bundles that came only with games, but none of the silly ones that had both a game and a movie included. As such, you won't be seeing any PSP 1000 systems in this video, at least not for now. Instead, all of these bundles are either for PSP 2000 or PSP 3000 systems. I actually used to have trouble recognizing the differences between a 1000 and a 2000 or 3000 in the wild, until I realized the 1000, which is what I have, has its speakers on the bottom half of the system's face. If the speakers are up top, it's a 2000 or a 3000 system. If the speakers are down low, it's a 1000 system. Look, I just think these things are kinda cool. Now let's move on to the next PSP bundle. Hopefully it doesn't include anything that's total Assassin's Creed! Bloodlines, to be specific. This Assassin-tastic bundle included a white PSP 3000 system, a UMD copy of Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, a voucher for a digital download of the film Angels and Demons, let me just search that up here. Angels and Demons, 2009, Tom Hanks, 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, yeah, so it has that, a, Sony Music voucher for 10 downloadable songs, and another 2GB Memory Stick Pro Duo. I guess if you like Assassin's Creed and also 2009's Angels and Demons directed by Ron Howard, this is the go-to bundle for whatever needs you could possibly have. Especially if those needs are, oh, I need Assassin's Creed Bloodlines and the hit film Angels and Demons right now! Okay, time for the next bundle. What does Fate have to say about this?
Hannah Montana.
Okay, and?
Hannah Montana.
Behold, the mistake of God! The Hannah Montana limited edition PSP 3000 bundle. Girls play too! Oh, but only the girly shit we allow them to play. We got an exclusive glittery purple PSP 3000 system, a copy of the game Hannah Montana Rock Out the Show, a UMD video disc containing 3 full episodes of Hannah Montana, those being absolute classics such as Welcome to the Bungle, You Never Give Me My Money, and He Ain't a Hottie, He's My Brother. In addition to these, you also got yet another 2GB Memory Stick Pro Duo and a sticker sheet with flowers and sparkly stuff on it. You know, for girls. You can't play Assassin's Creed, you can't watch Angels and Demons, you can only consume the Hannah Montana media that Sony has approved for you. Okay, check this one out. The Invisimals bundle. You get yourself a blue PSP 3000 system, a PSP camera accessory, a copy of Invisimals, the game, a UMD video copy of the hit film Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and a 1GB Memory Stick Pro Duo. I can't really fault the combo on this one. You get a game meant for kids and a movie that was popular with the kids. In addition to this, I could see this being one of the better deals here since you also get the PSP camera thrown in, even if it seemingly comes at the cost of a gigabyte from the included memory stick. Still, I'd say this has got to be one of the better ones. Look, I love Invisimals and I love Flint Lockwood. It's the perfect bundle for a guy like me. But what about a bundle for real men? Guys like me. I can feel all of my testosterone absolutely boiling just thinking about this next PSP bundle. Check this out. The Madden 09 PSP 2000 bundle. You get a metallic blue PSP 2000 system. Yeah! A UMD video copy of In Just One Play, the big playmen of the NFL. A whole documentary about them boys what play football. Football! A 1GB Memory Stick Pro Duo. Storage! A download code for the game Beats from the PlayStation Network store. Okay! This is the go-to bundle for anybody who won't touch a game unless it's got guns or a ball in it. Or the NFL fans who are positively itching to play Beats.
Now locates Barkley out of the backfield. Barkley slips 2 tackles and picks up the first down.
Where the f*** is Beats? Oh yeah, more sports! Here comes another sporting bundle with a black PSP 3000 system with a copy of MLB The Show 10, a UMD video copy of the Benchwarmers, and a download code for MotorStorm Arctic Edge from the PSN shop. And seemingly, no memory stick on this one? I can only find a single picture of this system bundle's box online, and it seems like it's the only one to not advertise a memory stick anywhere on the system's box. But who cares? Sports! But what if sports simply is just not doing it for you? You demand rock. You are about ready to explode if you don't get rock music injected directly into your veins sometime within the next hour and a half. Fret not! Here's the Rock Band Unplugged PSP 2000 bundle. You've got yourself a piano black PSP 2000 system, a download code for the hit movie School of Rock, and a 4GB Memory Stick Pro Duo. 4 gigabytes? What did this bundle do to deserve twice the storage capacity of most of the other bundles?
Oh, I'll tell you what it did. It rocked.
Ratchet and Clank! It's them! On PSP! In a bundle! with Nicolas Cage!
That's what Rift Apart was missing!
Here we've got another white PSP 3000 system, a copy of Ratchet and Clank Size Matters, a voucher for a digital copy of the very underrated game Echochrome off the PSN shop, a copy of National Treasure 2 on UMD Video, and a 1GB Memory Stick Pro Duo. I'm starting to think some of the movie choices for these PSP bundles just kinda came about when they realized one of their UMD Video movies wasn't selling too well. And to be fair, I can't think of a single person who'd be chomping at the bit to own National Treasure 2 on their PSP. And I do not count.
Aww.
It's mystery time! Do you like mysteries? Here's a mystery for ya! So it turns out there's actually two versions of these Ratchet and Clank PSP bundles. Both come with the white system, the memory stick, and Ratchet and Clank game, as well as National Treasure 2, but only one includes the download code for Echochrome. The other bundle includes a different PSN game, but I literally cannot tell for the life of me what game this is supposed to be, since seemingly the only image available of this bundle online is the same low quality one. Every picture I can find of this bundle online that's in good quality— Never mind, the mystery game is Everyday Shooter.
But the mystery... The people wanted a mystery. What about the mystery?
Here comes a bundle for all the Final Fantasy fans out there! Okay. White PSP 3000. Copy of Final Fantasy Dissidia. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children on UMD Video. 2GB memory stick.
Okay, I don't know anything about Final Fantasy, and I'm scared. Get me out of here!
Have you checked the weather? The forecast calls for rain. South Korean superstar rain!
From Speed Racer?
Yes, Rain from Speed Racer! I still genuinely don't fully get what the hell this bundle is. Say hello to the only PSP 1000 bundle in this video. Look, this one doesn't come with a movie, but it's so strange that I still feel very compelled to talk about it. This is the Rain Wonder Trip PSP 1000 bundle, entirely themed around the Korean sensation Rain, and I'm pretty sure released only in Japan. You have a white PSP 1000 with a carrying case and likely the worst earbuds you'll ever insert into your ears, as well as a copy of the game Rain Wonder Trip, which I think is just a rain-themed trivia game. Of all the bundles here, this is somehow the most confusing one of them all, even with Nick Cage and Family Guy the Freakin' Sweet collection thrown into the mix. Okay, hi, this is Editor Drew. This is why the audio quality is way worse. I said there was no UMD video included with Rain Wonder Trip, but turns out inside the box you got two UMDs. You got the weird Rain game, and then you also got one labeled Special Movies. I'm guessing it's gonna be stuff with Rain on it, but either way, this actually is crazy because it was indeed both a game and a movie. Oh, also, I said this was only a Japan release. I think it's actually Japan and Korea, which I probably should have guessed since his whole thing is being a Korean star. Yeah. Okay, back to, But look, I can't say I don't want one of these things. Because if I had one, I'd be able to point at the box and go,
That's Teijo Togokan!
Cars.
Somebody just said cars.
It's the Gran Turismo PSP bundle! You get yourself a silver PSP 3000 system with a copy of Gran Turismo, alongside a download code for an exclusive car in-game, another voucher for 10 song downloads on Sony Music, a download code for the film The Italian Job, and a 2GB memory stick. I don't have very much in terms of opinions on this one. They put a car movie with the car game, and hey, you get yourself an exclusive car for the car game. And 10 free songs.
Yes! I'm buying Jetpack Joyride main theme 10 times.
Next up, we have two different bundles, both focusing around the PSP exclusive game Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Both bundles here come with a copy of the MGS Peace Walker game, but the similarities end there. The first bundle, known as the Big Boss Pack, comes with a unique camouflage-patterned PSP 3000 system, a 4GB memory stick, a Metal Gear-themed carrying case, and a download voucher for the hit film 2012. The other bundle is a much more traditional one, like the ones we've seen in this video, coming with a really nice-looking green PSP 3000, the Metal Gear Solid game, a download code for the hit film 2012, again, and a 2GB memory stick. This is certainly a bundle for all the 2012 fans out there.
And there you have it. That's all of the PSP bundles here in North America. At least the ones that are those entertainment packs that come with movies. And I'll tell you this, I never want to say memory stick ever again.
So, this entire video begs the question, which bundle is objectively the best one? Well, I think that before I can answer that question, I would like to first think of which bundle is the stupidest. And let's be real, it's either down to the God of War / Superbad bundle or the Daxter / Family Guy Freakin' Sweet Collection bundle. In the end though, I gotta give the dub to the God of War / Superbad bundle. The dichotomy of Kratos and Michael Cera next to each other on the same box is just way too funny to ignore. Additionally, I think this might just be the best bundle as well. You've got literally the highest rated game on the PSP, a silly, goofy little movie that also reviewed quite well considering. Of course, I do also quite enjoy the bundles where all the included content is cohesive, especially the one with both Rock Band and School of Rock. Another reason I think that God of War bundle might be the best one comes into play with the actual system included. The red PSP they give you looks sharp as hell, and it even has unique art of Kratos on the back. Most of the other bundles only came with either black or white PSP systems, so the more unique colors and designs were great to see in my opinion. I also especially really liked the green PSP that came with the Metal Gear Solid bundle. But I still have one outstanding question, one that may never have an answer. How the hell did they determine what size memory stick to include in each bundle? Why does it vary so crazily between systems? Some have 1GB, some have 2GB, but then some have 4?
Nothing makes sense anymore. There are no rules. I make the rules now. That's why I'm making my own PSP bundle. You're gonna get a white PSP 2000 with UMD video copies of Agent Cody Banks and Spider-Man 2. I call it the Muniz-McGuire bundle.
You're gonna take Jared Fogle and you're gonna like him.